Welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest IV. So Pissarro has joined us in an attempt to right wrongs. Whee! And we have a balloon. So we're gonna use this balloon.
I like the fact that people mention that Pissarro's supposed to be like a Sephiroth ripoff kind of thing, and it's hilarious because the PlayStation version came out before the Square and Enix merger. So by the time we got this one, they were both owned by the same company.
No we didn't. Who told you that? Oh, crap.
Why are you going around talking to random monsters in this place?
God dang it. Well, maybe if I'm lucky, they'll just die.
Oh, so far they're dead. Yep, they're super dead now.
Oh, got both of them. Okay, so let's not talk to random monsters, now that we've learned that and we made it out without using any MP or anything. But they've been told that Pissarro is dead?
Who could tell them? Who would tell them such nefarious deeds like that?
Yeah, who would, like, outright lie about that? I have no idea where I'm going.
Upstairs, like...
Hey, wait a minute! I recognize him!
Hey, we killed you! That literally, this battle will not start if you don't have Pissarro in your party, so you have to bring Pissarro for this.
I find it funny that he'd be sitting right there and you could come up without Pissarro and he'd just go, no, I'm not gonna fight you. I know I'm a big evil demon and everything, but like, no, I'm just not gonna fight you.
Well, I mean, this says you have to have Pissarro in here. I don't know if you do, but I think it's more fitting to have him there.
Yeah, I mean, this is Pissarro's fight.
Rose falls down the stairs. Oh god, she's dead again!
Rose, why are you standing on the stairs? So Aamon's been working on that whole evolution thing. I wonder if he didn't even if he made sure that Pissarro didn't even use the full extent of the secret of evolution.
No, I think they did. Though later on, they actually say something along the lines of like, not in here, but I think like in Dragon Quest V, they kind of hinted the fact that they didn't still connect into the secret of evolution properly for some reason or another.
I like to think that Aamon purposely kind of threw a wrench in it just so he knew Pissarro would get taken over and probably killed.
I mean,
and then he took full advantage of it himself.
I mean, there is the fact that Aamon actually manages to keep his sanity during the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay, so you may have noticed the party we're going into this with.
You don't get the wagon either.
Yeah, no wagon. That is a deal, so we had to pick and choose. So, hero, because you need the hero.
Yeah, can't drop the hero.
Alina, because we had a 4th spot open for damage.
Also,
you needed somebody that was just damage.
Also, best punch waifu.
Of pure damage, we could choose between Alina, Ragnar, Maya, or Boria. And a lot of damage is going to be coming out in this fight, and Alina and Ragnar are going to be way better than mages at survivability. So, it was down to Alina or Ragnar, and of course, Alina best girl.
Though you could still bring Maya in here if you want to. I mean, it's your fight.
Yeah, figure it out how you want. That was my decision. Pissarro has to be in here. Because Pissarro is a bit under-leveled, though, I've got him shoved down to the number 3 slot. And finally, Mina, which you may think is a curious one, given that she doesn't have the raw healing that Curiel does for such a hard boss. And the reason for that is, A, Insulatal. because we're going to be feeling those breath attacks. And it was a choice between her for Insulatal or Curiel for Kabuff. And those breath attacks are rough. And, though she doesn't have the raw healing, Pissarro and the hero can both heal pretty darn good. Heck, Pissarro has multi-heal.
Yeah, he has multi-heal and full heal already, so...
Yeah, so you're not actually getting anything out of having Curiel around purely for the availability of the heals. So given that option, I went with the Insulatal, which, speaking of which, I'm going to cast.
Hell, they gave Pissarro Kabuff or Insulatal at some point.
Thanks, Elena.
Just starting off with that, I mean,
Elena knows what's up.
yeah. I mean, if they had given Pissarro Insulatal
Ow!
or Kabuff or something like that, it would just made the other
Ooh.
two redundant at this point.
Ow! Okay, wow. Maybe we should come back at a higher level. We're gonna give it the old college try.
Nope, commit.
Okay, that's a full heal on turn 1. Just had to pay her back for that. Okay, that's better. That is notably better.
I almost wish there was an item that would cast Kabuff on your party, but I think that would be a little...
You know what?
Things.
Mid-heal is 75 HP, but like...
Yeah, if you only took 90.
This is free, though.
Yeah.
75 HP to everybody for free. So let's go ahead and abuse that one. Yeah, 75 is nothing.
I think Pissarro is actually doing more damage than your hero.
Okay, how much did you take? How much did he take?
124.
Ah, crap. Okay, well, let's actually try a mid-heal and see if that does better.
Oh man, he's doing about around the same.
Wish I had a number for how much that healed. Ow.
Ah!
I got that mirror shield on!
How's that shit feel, bitch?
Okay, attack. Still going with the old Sage's Stone. And, like, on one hand, I feel bad for, oh, I have a bunch of people that are just gonna melee.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
He's evolving.
On one hand, I feel bad for, oh, I've just got a bunch of guys that melee. Where's the strategy? But, like, honestly, what would I be doing if I had Maya there?
Kafrizzle.
Kafrizzle every turn. Like, it's the same deal. It's... Ugh. Like, it's the same deal, though. Your goal is to die him. So what's the fastest method to die him?
I hate you for that one.
And that's what I'm doing.
We still have Insulatal up, so...
Yeah, so I'll keep it up for now. Okay, that's form 1. He does have multiple forms. Not as many forms as Pissarro.
Thankfully. Oh,
there's that Insulatal.
Oof. That's a Sage Stone.
That's a pattern. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, not now. Well, I mean, we'll go one turn. Just don't use a breath attack this one turn. Okay, that hurt, but it's fine.
Oh, and
that still hurt, but it's fine. I'm gonna heal.
You gonna Omni heal? Or full heal?
Do I want to Omni heal? It's only like form 2. I don't know if I want to Omni heal right off. But maybe I will though. Ah, jeez, 20 HP is rough, or 20 MP is rough. I'm gonna do it because otherwise I would have Mina healing, but I need Mina to Insulatal, so I'm doing it to cover her.
Well, you could always have Pissarro multi-heal.
That's true.
So you can
we're hurt though, is the thing.
Well, multi-heal's like 100 and some...
Multi-heal's 75.
70. Well, it's gonna do a little more than that, because it says 75-ish, but at this level you'll probably get closer to like 90 or something.
I mean, I'll trust you on this, but... Nope, let's not use an item. Let's use Insulatal. Thanks, Alina.
But I am not the one who is doing it. Thanks, Alina.
Alina, you are our patron saint of crits.
Yes, the patron saint of critical hits.
We pray to you for crits. Ow!
Now that's a full heal.
Okay, yeah, let's go get that in. Get that a-going. Okay, we got the thing up. So otherwise, we're all right. Alina's
a little hurt, but I don't know. Do you want to waste?
I don't know.
Sage's
Yeah, I don't know if that's a. Would I rather have the attack or Alina healed that much? And got to make that forward progress.
I'm always worried you're not going to get those attacks off yet.
And we got it up.
Huh, not that damaging either.
Yeah, it's not, with
work.
Insulatal, it's not bad. I'd be real swell if we could have Kabuff up, but I didn't want to bring 2 healers to the fight.
Well, he didn't even use the strong attack. That was the weaker Fire Breath.
Oh.
Thanks, Alina.
Thanks, Alina.
Oh. But
just gonna cram it into the ceiling. Ah! You just busted a hole in the ceiling.
So this is what it was like to fight Frieza. There, I did it. I did it before anyone else could. All the way back to 2008.
Look, just go to full power already. Okay, yeah, so fight's still on. We're on Form 3 now. We're doing all right for being Form 3. Like, he hurts, but we've been holding ourselves together.
I mean, you could, if you want, at some point, if and you get the chance, have Pizarro use the Massacre Sword to bring down his defense some.
Oh crap, you can do that?
Yeah, I've told you that.
I don't know what. I'm not gonna remember what any of these items do.
Yeah, it's not a sap, it is cuss sap with the Massacre Sword.
Yeah, crap, yo. Let's use that, and then you.
You want to full heal Pizarro?
Yeah, let's full heal Pizarro.
If it hits. I'm assuming we're at that point where it's not
like
necessarily going to hit.
It sounded like it hit.
Ow!
Ow! That's okay, we're cool.
We're cool, we're cool.
It
didn't hit, it said it didn't take anything, so...
Oh. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking, do I want to full heal Mina and then have Mina Sage Stone? Just to get everybody else, just to top everybody else off.
I would do that, honestly.
Full heal on Mina.
Full heal Mina, attack, and then Sage Stone.
Yeah, just to top everybody off.
You wanna get there, Naka, real quick?
I'm working on it, I'm working on it.
And Insulator's starting to wear off, too.
Ow.
Oh, well, it's just all worn off now.
Thanks.
Makes my job easier, bitch.
Okay, so let's go full heal on Alina, Murder,
and
Insulator. I should probably start having Pizarro.
Start having him heal too.
Yeah, I should probably. Ow. I should probably start having him heal.
Well, that's
so,
a Sage of Stone worth of healing.
Yeah. So, Naka can save her MP for potential Omni heals.
Or Kazap if you feel like it.
I feel like I want to save my MP right now.
Just if later at some point.
Well, you know what? We can at least see what damage. No, I'm saying we could see what kind of damage it does. Do it once.
Because it's not 20, but it's a lot.
Yeah, it's 15. It's a lot. How's it the same as a Kazapple?
Well,
because it's that one.
Yeah, Kazapple's the one that draws from all people.
Oh, that's just on all enemies, though. That feels like a waste to use on one guy.
But it is massive damage, so... Like... Ugh, all the way at the front.
I mean, I'll do it once, we'll see what it does. Okay. Attack. I had to remember what the rest of my strategy was. Sage of Stone. Thanks, Alina. That tops everybody off. 186 isn't actually that bad.
Not really. Yeah, that's Sage of Stone. I mean, Pizarro's not going to be at full health, but... yeah, it doesn't say how much it would do.
Thanks, Alina. Actually, was Alina that time.
Oh no, he's changing once more into his true final form.
Like, it may be a palette swap, but that is us in his final form.
Yeah, he has now like 3,800 HP.
Like, now it's just us powering through to the end. And this is him going one step further than Pizarro's evolution.
Ha! You were like one word off from that, and this is to go further beyond.
I purposely chose my words to avoid that.
Figured.
But I'm also glad you grabbed it.
Oh, fuck! Are you kidding me? That song alone just goes like yes.
That's like I don't know if it's not the best. It's the second best song in all of Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah. This is why you have Insulator up, by the way.
Yeah, this is the reason.
Which we're going to be putting up again.
Yep.
Which
so,
means you probably
murder,
have Pizarro use multi-heal.
Multi-heal.
And...
Insulate.
Man, that spell really came in handy.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that I chose Mina. I was thinking about it.
Mina,
ow!
Will you be the one to take along the legendary hero bloodline? Sure.
I think that's gonna be a full heal. Because I don't know if...
Yeah, I don't think multi-heal's not gonna cover that.
Let's have you full heal, that's what you're here for. That's legit, that's literally why you're here.
Yeah.
Alright, so Pizarro's down a little bit, but I'm hoping we're gonna be alright. Okay, did I put Insulator back up?
Yes, you did. That was with Insulator on.
Okay, just making sure.
Keep in mind, that would have been like 160 damage to your character alone.
Oh, I'm debating. I think I may actually want to use a Sage's Stone on top of the multi-heal. Just
didn't do it.
Make sure we're topped off.
Just having two characters attack one round doesn't necessarily mean you're going to lose this whole thing.
I mean, it doesn't. It's just... You need that forward progress.
Yeah.
And granted, that was just... If you do the friggin' breath attack next turn, so help me, I'm gonna come over there.
Nope, giant foot.
Okay.
But...
Okay, so,
I would have Pizarro.
Yeah, Pizarro's got a lot of MP still.
So, Pizarro full heals you, and you put Insulator back on. So
yeah, I was looking at their MP, and, like, Pizarro has a lot more MP than Naka does.
Yeah. It's like, it's technically a waste of Mina's turn to have keep putting Insulator up, but it's that or dealing with this at full damage.
Yeah, which, I'm gonna say, no thank you.
Yes, keep in mind, that's half damage. Pizarro's taking 102 HP at half of the damage.
Yeah. Also, having Pizarro cast multi-heal instead of Mina using Sage's Stone, because it heals more, and that hurts a little bit more than a Sage's Stone.
Yeah.
Don't know if I want to go through with the Sage's Stone again, though. Let's take a quick look at what everybody's HP is. Wish I had the bars. I have a better visual gauge for how much healing things do by looking at the bars.
I think the multi-heal should cover it. If you want to have, like, just attack or swoosh or whatever. I think attack would be better.
Attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, multi-heal. That's good. Just don't follow that up with the stupid breath attack if you just don't do it. Okay, good. We can deal with that.
It's being very, I wouldn't, just attack and have full heal. It's being very kind with that whole thing.
Hey, he's poisoned.
I don't even know if that does anything.
Who has that attack?
That's Alina.
That's Alina because of the Cobra.
Claw. Ooh, God.
Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Again? Ow, ow,
That's
ow,
dead.
ow.
You didn't have it. That's on the heal.
Yep, okay. That's why I got this.
Try to bring back Pizarro.
And then you can zing. You can zing him. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Now,
Is Insulatable still up?
I think he dispelled it, and we just hadn't gotten a chance to put it back up.
Okay.
Because that was full. That was full power there.
Okay, so I'm going.
Omni heal.
I'm gonna full heal myself. You attack. You full heal yourself.
And then Insulatable.
And then you Insulatable. Where's that friggin'...
Oh, magic burst!
Ow! 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 Okay, at least it didn't have a second turn after that.
That's magic burst, by the way. That's when they take all of their MP and force it into one huge explosion.
I'm gonna call that an Omni heal.
Yeah, that's an Omni heal. I mean, you could probably multi-heal with Sage's Stone, but Omni heal's gonna get you up there, and you get 3 people attacking instead of two.
Yeah, I mean it does also save MP though. So I don't know. We have options. We'll figure it out.
If he's popping magic burst at this point, he's probably getting closer to dead.
Yeah, we've been fighting this form for a while.
And that's how he recovers full MP.
And now we can just do it again.
Sleep.
Oh, great, and I'm the only one who had friggin' cockadoodle-doo.
Alina, punch me awake.
Do you have cockadoodle-doo?
No.
Of course not. Why would you? That'd be too easy. Do you?
No.
Why? Of all the people to put asleep, you put asleep the one person that can wake others up.
I kind of liked it better when they made Tingle also wake you up. It doesn't do it in this one.
Can you, like, do anything to wake them up? Cure them or something?
No. They either have to wake up on their own or get woken up by a spell or an item.
Oh my goodness. Not so many items that wake you up either.
In Dragon Quest III, they let you, like, just smack the person.
That'd be nice.
For, like, half damage
Ow.
and everything.
Dang it!
Oh, now he's putting everyone to sleep.
Hey, you know, this wouldn't be a problem if you hadn't put Naka to sleep.
Well, why'd you think I did it? Do you think I'm
Okay, Naka got hit, but not for much,
like
so I'm
60,
not...
so.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about it. Just keep going. That's why we have Insulatable up. Can you wake up? Can you wake up?
Mina woke
Oh yeah,
up.
you woke up.
I think I would have.
I mean, I'm grateful for it, but
I would have preferred Mina waking up because what if Insulato had worn off?
I would have preferred Naka wake up so I could wake Mina up. Like that's what I'd just immediately wake Mina up.
Don't worry, Alina will take care of the problem by killing the boss.
Thanks, Elena.
Oh, if that had fucking happened, I wouldn't like. See, I told you. Up, now you're awake.
Friggin' finally.
Just in time to get cold breath
Ow.
blowing on you.
Okay,
And a Kafrizzle.
Okay, thankfully Kafrizzle does like nothing.
Oh god, if that reflect had killed him.
Friggin' Pissarro just standing over him, and your own power was your demise.
Just a giant fireball comes at him, hits him, but some of it bounces back, and he goes, oh!
Okay, I don't actually know what HP is like, so I'm kind of just powering through to see what MP is like, and it's, we could use a multi-heal.
Probably a Sage's Stone.
And a Sage's Stone, probably.
Yeah.
Just to get Pissarro up, really. And, well, it'll top off Naka.
Oh, Insulato's wearing off.
Okay.
Now.
Just don't use a breath attack. You got one turn, dude. One turn. Do anything but a breath attack. You piece of crap. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I don't think everyone's Insulator wore off, but it's definitely a multi-heal Insulator turn.
I need to start actually healing.
Pissarro's
Pissarro.
a little bit in danger zone, but I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, like next turn, I'm gonna make a point of healing him specifically, and everyone. So like, I think I should just Omni heal.
You got the MP for it, just do it.
I mean, that's true. At this point, I have the MP.
That's why we were
And we know we're far enough in the fight at this point that I think I'm good using that MP, and I don't have to worry about the longevity of running.
That's why we specifically held off on using all the MP stuff until now. So.
Yeah, so I know I have it now, and I can.
It's for shits and giggles now.
And I can just attack with you, I guess.
Yeah. I was gonna say try drawing it. Oh, you.
Oh, never mind. He died. Thanks, Elena.
You are welcome. See, I told you. Why is nobody believing? My fist can just destroy everything.
No, actually, you're just a monster.
A monster?
You're really, at the end of the day, just a monster who got a really big head of himself.
Oh, see, now you're just making it worse.
Oh, I gotta go back? Why? I mean, we don't have to be enemies if you don't want to, dude. That is your call. Yeah, you sure are. No, it kinda can in this situation. In fact, it was monsters that we were even getting on the monsters about it.
Death waves it.
I mean, like, yeah, there are some good monsters, but, like, this felt pretty wholly on monsters. So, this is effectively the exact same ending.
Yes.
Like, we're going through the ending again, and, like, we did. It makes sense. We did it. Like, we saved Pizarro instead of killing him immediately.
And then went for the bigger bad.
And then went for the actual mastermind behind the whole mess. So, at this point, everybody's actually happy. And we don't have such a tragic ending, and this is where the NES Dragon Quest ended at Pizarro. That was it. End credits, that was it. And it was for, I don't know
the
what.
PlayStation.
The PlayStation. As for the PlayStation one, where they went, that ending kind of left a sour taste and some loose ends, so let's go ahead and put this extra little subchapter in so we can give everybody a real nice ending.
And go say goodbye to our mother one last time.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same dialogue as was last time.
This isn't the right one. No, I don't care about those nerds. And they're reading all day.
Nerds.
Later, Mom. Actually, I don't think this is... No, never mind, it is. I was thinking it was a different room, but I ended up going into the right one anyway.
Yes, you did.
Nope, that isn't right.
Actually,
no, yeah,
that's
it is.
the exit. Later, angel nerds. Just cannonball through the cloud.
Friggin' Zenith Dragon is up there watching us fly away in the air balloon, just going, is she flicking us off? Did she just call us all nerds? I don't know about this hero, guys.
I think I'm gonna turn into Ned Flanders and go into a minecart and have fun for a few years. See you. Don't let that gold orb be destroyed, or else this whole castle will fall down. A lot of cryptic things he's saying for some reason.
So it wasn't until, like, the friggin'... It wasn't until the ending, watching the actual ending, that I realized, oh, the title screen is the Zenith Dragon and Zenithia.
Oh.
I get it now. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little slow.
Oh, that's fine. It's just you hadn't seen them yet, so
like I mean, even after we got to Zenithia and saw the dragon and everything, it still just never hit me until that scene of the end credits with the castle on the side and I went, oh, I see. Yeah, it's Hoffman's place. Look at that castle that we built.
Yeah, a weird castle next to another one. Wars will be waged there forever now. trying to assure each other's dominance in the area.
I mean, however that works.
You do them all.
Yeah, so that's what you get out of this. I'm glad we didn't have to grind up for anything.
Surprising.
I was thinking maybe we're gonna have to grind up to beat Fu Young and Chow Mein. We didn't, thank goodness. Maybe we're gonna have to grind up for Aamon. We didn't, thank goodness.
In fact, the only casualty we had was Pissarro that one time. That's because we didn't have Insulatal up, and that was the one moment he decided to do 2 breath attacks.
Yeah. Like, it worked pretty well. Even against Fu Young and Chow Mein, we only had, like, 1 death.
No, 2 deaths.
Oh, we had 2 deaths?
You died, and somebody else died.
Was it, like, Maya?
It was like Mina or something like that.
He got friggin' desperation happy there at the
Yeah,
end.
he got 2 desperate attacks, which is just their crits, is what that is, basically.
I mean, when your regular attack does enough damage to take off half your health, a crit'll kill you.
That's why you probably would use Ragnar more, because he could probably survive the desperate attack at full HP.
I don't know. He's got, like, garbage defense. Hey! I gotta dive for the button. Hi, guys. Later, weenies. Didn't we just see, like, the...
We didn't even see them.
No, didn't we just see, like, the gravestone or something?
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. We saw the gravestone, and they were all huddled around it.
It's like, now they're all happy, and they made it back to Rose Hill, and everything's cool.
Pissarro's there talking with Rose. I think we're going to teach the monsters to start working with the humans. That'll be a fun mechanic in another game.
Oh, look at him. Look at the way he wiggled his feet when he got picked up.
We're going to go on a mystery dungeon adventure, and it's going to be a good show.
Man, like, this game just spread out into so much crap. Like, Dragon Quest is, because it's one of the earliest, it's also one of the most influential JRPGs going. But on top of that, like, you have different games that are then more influential. And, like, 4 was such a huge game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you had the entirety of the Erdrick series, the Erdrick saga, were the first 3 games. And then that's one of those moments of, like, shit, we peaked with 3, what are we gonna do for our next game? I have an idea. An epic saga kind of thing with all the characters. Brilliant, we'll do it.
Like, it was the characters and their personalities, and the way they were brought in and handled, like...
Yeah, you dance that dance, Maya. I'm gonna go ahead and leave.
Oh yeah, sorry, you can't see the top screen again. You can't see her dancing. And by the time I hit it, you're not gonna see it anymore! Okay, you saw a little bit of it. But this is where you get stuff like their musics, their personalities, everything becomes such a huge part of even popular culture. That I don't know if has been picked up by even any later Dragon Quest. Like, the later games have been great, but I don't think any of them has had the impact on popular culture that this game did.
5 would.
5?
5 would, yes, because 5 is the one with the monster capture mechanic. And that definitely reaches in further pop culture. Pokemon.
But I mean, like, the characters and their personalities and how much you saw of all of that, even. Yeah! The true wife is back. And then also Punch Wife and friends are here. But yeah, video games. So there we go.
Now, before you go on your whole how much you like this and everything...
I did! I
Yes.
really enjoyed this.
I know you're going to probably talk for, like, the rest of the credits here.
I'll try.
I'm not shitting on you or anything. I'm just saying I want
I'll
to get my stuff out of the way first.
And I know I like really go on, so I'll try not to do that. But go ahead.
Well, somebody had asked in an earlier video, like way near the start, that what was my list of like how I like what was my ranking of Dragon Quest games, and I did make a tier. I thought about it for quite a while, and I did make a list of like what my favorites were. And the way I'm starting this is I'm starting from the bottom. This is my least favorite. Does not say it's a bad game, just in terms of like Dragon Quest as a whole. For me personally, this is how I see them going up. So my bottom one is Dragon Quest VI, which Dragon Quest VI, I think, to be honest, kind of comes off as the most generic RPG of the Dragon Quest games, where like there's I could go on a whole spiel about the whole thing. I think the underlining point is that they wanted to do Dragon Quest, but Yuji Horii and Akira Toriyama were literally working on Chrono Trigger at the same time, so I think they kind of put a little more energy in Chrono Trigger.
What was 6 about?
6 was dream stuff.
Like, who are some of the characters in there? Because, like, I don't remember.
Carver.
I don't know anything about 6.
Carver, Millie, Terry, Ashlyn, Nevin.
Do not recognize any of those names.
Amos.
Okay, well, go ahead.
But, yeah. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying in terms of the entirety of what I played, it's not, like, my favorite. I think I'm, like, on it.
Alright.
10's not going to be on here because 10's the MMO that we're probably never going to get unless they do a single-player port over here, so that's not going to show up on this list.
Okay, so 10 did not qualify.
Yeah, did not qualify because I have not played it. Next is Dragon Quest IX for me, which is the DS one. I think it's because over here it doesn't reach its full potential, because it's very much supposed to be a multiplayer game kind of thing, and I don't think...
That works better in Japan.
I don't know if you guys realize it, but Dragon Quest isn't as well loved as it is over in Japan, so... It's not bad. I feel like it needs a better port to make it feel better later on, and there have been kind of murmurings that they want to put it on the phone, which would probably work out a little better. I prefer it on, like, the DS, the 3DS, or, like, the Switch, but that's just me.
Okay, I'm gonna suggest that we step it up a little, because I think we're getting to the end of the credits and you've been through 2 games.
Dragon Quest VII, basically, it's like a buffet. It's too much food at once kind of thing. Not bad, but a little much. Then it's Dragon Quest 1 and 2, because you kind of have to put the 2 of them together. Because, you know, they're Dragon Quest 1 and 2. What do you want me to say? Next one is Dragon Quest 3, because what do you want me to say? It's Dragon Quest 3. You should know better at this point.
And a lot of those, I feel like, is just because they're so early that they hadn't... There's so much that they hadn't done yet that, like, just game-wise, they don't hold up over the years. Then, even if they were, like, really big at the time.
Yeah. Then Dragon Quest 5, because it's such an anomaly in the series. Like, just to put it, most of the other ones kind of feel like they could work together. Dragon Quest V just stands out as like, wow, you just do a lot of weird stuff in here. Then comes Dragon Quest VIII, because you should know better at this point. Then Dragon Quest XI, because if I really have to say anything, you should know better at this point.
What was 8?
8 is the one that came out on the PS2, and then later the 3DS with...
Is that with the guy who picked up the guy in the chair?
That's with Yangus, who does the chair thing. Yeah.
See, I know nothing about that game, but as soon as I say, is that the guy, or is that the game with the guy who picked up a chair with a guy in it?
Yes, that's the one.
It's that game, okay.
And then Dragon Quest XI, because Sylvando's the best, and y'all can step off on that one. And then at number 1 for me, mostly for a lot of nostalgia and just the way it works, is obviously Dragon Quest IV. The only one you hadn't gotten to. If you take out the nostalgia factor, Dragon Quest IV drops to number 3 because 11 and 8 really fucking nail it.
Yeah, and really, if I think objectively, because I can look at this a little more objectively because I've never played the game before.
And this will lead into your whole thing now.
And that's where I can tell that it's an amazing game, especially at the time. This game would have been mind-blowing.
Oh yeah, 90 on the Famicom.
Yeah, but it doesn't hold up as well over time, just because there's so much stuff that they didn't know how to do at the time that they were very slowly figuring out. But I'll say, because one of the reasons you wanted to do this game in the first place was because I'd never played a Dragon Quest game before. And so you wanted to show me this game to get me to... So you could ask me, well, what do you think of that Dragon Quest game? What do you think of a Dragon Quest game? And I'll try not to take forever, but I will say, I love this game. I think it was a ton of fun. I'm already a fan of more traditional JRPG combat, turn-based combat. I prefer that, and I hate that current games have been trending away from that. And I especially curse anyone who says that it's objectively better to have real-time combat. No, I like turn-based combat. And I think especially as well, the top-down 2D perspective, the NES one was even like semi-grid based, which kind of had to be. It was on the NES. But like, I like that simplicity of it. As opposed to even more modern JRPGs that would be more full 3D, big field to run around. Like, I like this. It scratches an itch that I've had for quite some time. But I had a ton of fun with the game. The combat was fun. It didn't... the combat wasn't super complicated, which games can get. Especially more modern games. They give you so many options as to what you can do that I anyway, get kind of overwhelmed by that. And I love the combat in here because it was simple enough. Like, what options do you really have? Like, Alina punches. That's all she can do. You have your two healers who, if they're not going to heal, they have like one buff spell each, and that's about it. Like, Insulatal, Kabuff, heal. Then you got your mages with their magic, offensive magic, but like, it's simple enough, but they still give you enough to be doing and thinking and not just no-braining your way through the fight. Like, it's the perfect amount of thinking for me, I feel. I love the characters. Friggin' all of the characters were amazing, and I'm really sad that we didn't have the little party talk system. Yeah. Because I wanted to see more of all of those characters.
Oh yeah, I'm doing a playthrough of Dragon Quest V in my own time, and man, a party talk really just expands so much of a character outside of their just talking in cutscenes.
Because, like, they were all amazing characters, and this is a kicker for me about... there's a lot of games that... there's a lot of games that people just absolutely love, but something maybe doesn't click quite right with me, and a lot of that's just... It's the characters in it. Even if, like, I can objectively say it's a really good game, the characters maybe just don't click right with me or something. But, like, I loved every character in this group. I loved their stories. I loved their personalities. I loved the wide range of characters you had. Pretty even number of males and females. You had old guys like friggin' Tornico, and I refuse to believe Ragnar isn't like 60 years old. I know... Boria. Well, Ragnar's not as old as...
No, he's not Boria old.
He's not Boria old. And there's been some conflicting information about how old Ragnar actually is. Like, one wiki says he's this old, another wiki says he's that old, and I don't know what to believe or where they even got the information. So, I'm just going to fill the gap in myself. But then you also have, like, some youngins. Like, how old is Alina, really?
Definitely in her teens, I want to say. She's not in her 20s. Kiriel's probably closer to his 20s, if not in there.
Yeah, like, there's a decent amount of range there. And, again, personalities. Like, a wide variety of personalities. You've got the hardened soldier of Ragnar, but he's still just out there doing the best he can do, being the best guy he can be. You've got Tornico, who's just a loving family man and merchant? Like, what the crap was his chapter? That's not something you do in JRPGs.
Yeah, I don't think...
But it was amazing.
I don't think there's been a JRPG that's done something like that that hasn't focused solely on that aspect.
Yeah, and it did it. The best part is it did it entirely within the game's already established mechanics. You went out and you explored a dungeon. You had to kill some monsters here and there. But you could tell this wasn't what you were really good at, so you made do otherwise. It was great. And, like, all their chapters were an amazing way of introducing each individual character. I am glad they added that intro chapter with your character.
Yeah, the prologue.
Because otherwise, that was like 5 chapters before, like, hey, you named your character. Good job. 6 chapters later. Oh, hey, I remember this character from like a month ago. If I have any
complaints
about the game, because, like, honestly, I could just sing its praises forever about how much fun I had with this. Even the grinding was fun. Like, there were people in the comments saying that, like, they hated the grinding, but, like, to an extent anyway, especially early on, the grinding was fun, because I feel like I enjoyed the combat enough. I enjoyed the combat enough, and you made progress quickly enough that it didn't feel like I was just sitting there banging my head against the wall forever.
Especially once you start coming across the metal slimes.
Yeah, like, early game, it was quick enough just because it was quicker to level up. And then, like, later on, it started to get harder to level up, but then you got those metal slimes. But, that aside, because, again, I could sing the praises of this forever and a half.
Yeah.
If I have any complaints about the game, I'd say I have 2 major ones. And that's, one, simply because the game is on the older side, there's a lot of funkiness in a lot of the mechanics in
like
the game.
The way the spells work, like how they're labeled and how the enemies resist them.
Yeah, the spells don't do damage based on any stats. They do strict damage based on the spell. They're not labeled in a clear way that lets you really tell what spell does what. Like, each spell kind of plays by its own rules, so you can't you can't learn their syntax and tell what the heck's going on. Don't even get me started on the stats, because like the stats don't mean anything. Wisdom. You'd think, hey, what does wisdom do? Spell damage? Healing damage, maybe? No, we ended up determining that wisdom determines how much MP you get when you level up. And that's it.
Yeah,
that's all wisdom does.
And for this game and like from 6 on and the remakes from that, it also affects AI wisdom.
Yeah, like how smart the AI would be.
And then
but, like, just give me control of the characters. I'm not going to rely on an AI. That feels like it's even worse.
And then the fun fact is that the spell actually doesn't affect... The wisdom stat doesn't affect spell variations until the 8th game. And then the 9th game, they split wisdom in half and make it magical mending and magical might.
It's like, that's just... leave it one stat. And just make the one stat actually do something. The enemy groupings were a little frustrating.
Yeah, they kind of fixed that with 11, where, like, if a group's going to show up with multiple same enemies, they stick in a group. They don't split.
Yeah, and I'm not against the group idea, because I think that's kind of neat, and it's kind of a half-step towards the spells that just hit everyone, but it's really frustrating how it's handled sometimes, where you get a lot of stuff that looks like it should be a group, and it's like, no, and all your group spells are just not going to be useful right now, even though it feels like they really should be. And this is actually something that I think Earthbound handled really well, with their lines, because there were only 2 lines, and enemies could be on the front or the back, and if you had a spell that could hit lines, you'd hit everybody on that line.
Yeah.
Didn't worry about, like, oh, but you only have one of these guys and one of these guys. No, they're in the front line, that's it. And that's a really good half step towards hitting one guy, half the guys, everybody. So, a lot of funky... What was the other one? Like, luck? That doesn't affect friggin' anything?
Luck actually affects whether you're going to get hit by a status ailment.
That's but does it affect your crits, your ability to run away? Like, no.
No, that's a separate thing entirely.
Oh, and the spell resistances are a little weird, too.
Yeah.
About, like...
The fact that spell resistance don't take down the damage, they just make it
it's,
to where
it's
it
all or,
hits
yeah,
you
it's
or not.
all or nothing. They just have a better chance of not getting hit by it. Which also makes it harder to tell if they do have a resistance. Like, I'll cast it 4 times, and maybe I just got lucky. Whereas, if it just reduced damage or whatever, you'd know, right, need a different strategy. This isn't going to work.
Yeah, they do that, and they definitely work that in later games to where it's like they have spell resistances instead of the accuracy goes down.
Yeah, and...
Though I still think they do the accuracy thing too, but that's just another thing.
Yeah, and again, like, the stats are weird. But, I'll say, a lot of that, it's funky. But it's funky kind of because it's old and they were still figuring out how to even do anything. And... none of it was, like, game-breaking. None of it ruined the experience. That was pretty much all stuff that, once I learned, I could acknowledge as, that's a little funky, but I could work around that, and I could play with it, and I could still play the game and enjoy the game just as well knowing that. So, like, for being a fault, it wasn't really a bad one, and it was mostly due to that, like, nobody knew what the crap they were doing at the time. Number 2 on my complaint list was the game is, at the end of the day, a little short for a JRPG.
I think it's because the way that they split it up with the chapters makes it feel shorter.
Yeah, and admittedly, more... because on one hand, I think of that as you beat the game at level 35. 40 if you do the post-game. And 40 for a JRPG isn't that long.
And to keep it in mind, even in the NES version, the cap was always 99.
Yeah, like, 40 is not long for a JRPG. And there are those intro chapters, though, and you gained a good 10 levels on each character. So maybe that wasn't that, per se. But leveling also gets slower, so, like, maybe it was 50, maybe 60, as, like, a pseudo end cap. But what I get out of it at the end was the game felt short. And... really, looking at the plot, once you got out of the intro chapters, which were great, but the main plot was mostly, go find your party members, go find the Zenithian armor, beat the crap out of Pissarro.
Yeah.
So, like, I had a lot of fun with the plot. I actually enjoy plots that don't get stupid and complicated and, like, a stick up their butt about everything, or their own heads up their butt, more correctly. But I feel like I wanted more. I wanted the story to go more places and do more things along the way. And at the end of the day, wanting more is a pretty good complaint to have about a game.
Well, got about 9 more games to go through before we get all that itch scratched there, I guess.
Alright. Until next time, everyone. This has been Let's Play Dragon Quest IV.
Chapter of the Chosen.